In a world filled with questions, where wisdom knows no boundaries, join us on a journey of enlightenment and endless learning. Eternal Teachings. TV. Discover the eternal.
The Earth, despite being extensively explored and mapped, still holds many secrets. There are places that remain hidden, unmapped, or shrouded in mystery, intriguing geographers, explorers, and the general public alike. These locations often harbor unique ecosystems, historical enigmas, or geospatial peculiarities that challenge our understanding of the world. This essay delves into 7 such places, providing a comprehensive analysis of each, including their histories, significance, and the reasons behind their enigmatic status. Additionally, we will explore the broader implications of these mysteries and their impact on science and exploration. Sandy Island was purportedly discovered by Captain James Cook in the 1770s and appeared on numerous maps for centuries. Located in the Coral Sea near New Caledonia, it was marked as a significant navigational point. For years, Sandy Island's presence on maps was accepted without question, reflecting the limitations of early cartography. In 2012, the existence of Sandy Island was brought into question when the RV Southern Surveyor, an Australian research ship, sailed to its supposed coordinates but found no trace of land. The area was measured to be over 1,400 meters deep, indicating that no landmass could exist there. This revelation led to the island's removal from modern maps and raised questions about how such an error persisted for so long. The case of Sandy Island highlights the challenges of early navigation and mapping. During the age of exploration, cartographers relied on sailors' reports and rudimentary instruments, leading to numerous inaccuracies. The persistence of Sandy Island on maps is a testament to the difficulties in correcting such errors without modern technology. It underscores the importance of verification in cartography and the potential for myths to become entrenched in scientific data. Imagine a map from the 18th century with Sandy Island prominently marked in the Coral Sea. This fictional landmass influenced navigational routes and maritime strategies for centuries, illustrating the profound impact of cartographic errors. Rebirth Island, also known as Vozrojdeniya Island, was located in the Aral Sea, once the 4th largest lake in the world. The island gained notoriety during the Cold War as a Soviet biological weapons testing site. Pathogens like anthrax were tested here, making it one of the most dangerous places on Earth during its operational years. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union, the island was abandoned in the early 1990s. The Aral Sea, due to extensive irrigation projects, began to shrink, and Rebirth Island eventually reconnected with the mainland. Today, the former island is a desolate area contaminated with hazardous materials, including anthrax spores, posing significant ecological and health risks. The transformation of Rebirth Island from a secretive military base to a contaminated desert highlights the environmental and geopolitical consequences of human activities. Efforts to remediate the area are complicated by the lingering presence of dangerous pathogens and the logistical difficulties of accessing the remote location. Visualize an aerial view of the Aral Sea, showing the dramatic reduction in water levels over decades. Rebirth Island, once surrounded by water, is now part of a barren landscape, dotted with remnants of Soviet-era military installations. Mount Gangkhar Punsam, standing at 7,570 meters, or 24,836 feet, is the highest unclimbed peak in the world. Located on the border between China and Bhutan, this mountain is not only a geographical marvel, but also holds cultural and spiritual significance for the local communities. The primary reason for the mountain's unclimbed status is the ongoing border dispute between China and Bhutan. This dispute has led to restricted access and a lack of climbing permits. Additionally, Bhutan has imposed a ban on mountaineering above 6,000 meters to respect local spiritual beliefs, further complicating efforts to reach the summit. Beyond political issues, Mount Gangkar Punsum presents significant physical challenges. The remote location, difficult terrain, and harsh weather conditions make expeditions costly and complex. Climbers must navigate uncharted territory with limited support, adding to the mountain's allure and mystery. Consider a map highlighting the border regions of China and Bhutan, with Mount Gangkar Punsum marked prominently. The surrounding areas are characterized by rugged terrain and limited infrastructure, emphasizing the logistical difficulties of an expedition. Mount Leo, a previously unknown volcano, was discovered in 2012 by environmental scientist Dr. Julian Biss in Mozambique. The mountain's existence was obscured by dense forest cover and its remote location, making it a significant find for geographers and ecologists. The discovery of Mount Leo revealed a lush, untouched forest ecosystem. This pristine environment is home to potentially unique species and presents opportunities for new scientific research. The mountain's isolation has preserved its ecological integrity, making it a valuable site for studying biodiversity and conservation. Mapping Mount Leo has been challenging due to its remote location and dense vegetation. Satellite imagery and aerial surveys have provided some insights, but on-the-ground exploration remains difficult. The mountain's isolation has helped preserve its pristine condition, but it also complicates efforts to study and document the area. Imagine a satellite image showing the dense, unbroken forest canopy covering Mount Leo. This visual highlights the challenges of identifying and accessing such hidden locations in remote regions. Lake Vostok is a subglacial lake located beneath the Antarctic ice sheet. It is the largest of Antarctica's nearly 400 known subglacial lakes and one of the largest lakes in the world by volume. Covered by approximately 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles of ice, it has been isolated from the surface for millions of years. The extreme conditions of Lake Vostok create an isolated environment that may host unique microbial life forms. These organisms would have evolved independently for millions of years, providing valuable insights into the adaptability of life in extreme environments and potential analogues for life on other planets. In recent years, Russian and American scientists have drilled into the ice to obtain samples from the lake. These samples have revealed traces of ancient microbes, hinting at the lake's biological richness. However, concerns about contamination have led to strict protocols to ensure that the pristine environment is not disturbed. Visualize a cross-sectional diagram of the Antarctic ice sheet, showing the thick ice cover and the hidden expanse of Lake Vostok beneath. This illustration highlights the challenges and achievements of drilling operations in such extreme conditions. Bouvet Island is the most remote island in the world, situated in the South Atlantic Ocean. As a Norwegian dependency, it is almost entirely covered by glaciers and is subject to harsh weather conditions. The island's isolation makes it one of the least accessible places on Earth. Despite its remoteness, Bouvet Island is of interest to scientists studying extreme environments and climate change. The island's glaciers provide valuable data on ice dynamics and climate patterns in the South Atlantic. A weather buoy near the island collects environmental data, contributing to global climate models. Bouvet Island was discovered by French explorer Jean-Baptiste Charles Bouvet de Lozier in 1739, but it remained largely unexplored due to its inhospitable conditions. Its remoteness has led to various myths and stories, adding to its allure. The island's extreme isolation has made it a symbol of the challenges faced by early explorers. Picture a detailed map of the South Atlantic Ocean, with Bouvet Island marked at its center. The map can depict the vast distances separating the island from any mainland, emphasizing its extreme remoteness. Null Island is not an actual island, but a term used to refer to the coordinates 0 degrees north, 0 degrees east, where the equator and prime meridian intersect in the Gulf of Guinea. This point is often used as a placeholder for errors in geolocation data, leading to its designation as Null Island. While Null Island itself does not exist, the concept highlights the importance of accurate geolocation and mapping technologies. Errors in data can lead to significant issues in navigation, logistics, and various geospatial applications. Null Island serves as a reminder of the challenges and complexities in modern mapping. The frequent appearance of Null Island in datasets underscores the need for improved data validation and error-checking processes. As technology advances, the precision and accuracy of geolocation data continue to improve, reducing the occurrence of such errors. Imagine a digital map interface showing the coordinates 0 degrees north, 0 degrees east, with a pop-up message indicating Null Island. This visual demonstrates how data errors can lead to fictional locations appearing in geospatial databases. The exploration of hidden and unmapped places highlights the evolving nature of cartography and geospatial sciences. As technology advances, we gain better tools to explore and understand these remote locations. Satellite imagery, GPS technology, and remote sensing have revolutionized our ability to map the Earth's surface, yet there are still areas that elude detailed documentation. Many of these unmapped places are home to unique ecosystems and biodiversity. The untouched nature of these areas provides a baseline for understanding natural environments without human interference. Conservation efforts often focus on such regions to protect their pristine conditions and study their ecological dynamics. Unmapped places often carry cultural and historical significance. They can be sites of ancient civilizations, hold spiritual value for local communities, or be the subject of myths and legends. These aspects add depth to the scientific exploration of these regions, combining anthropology, archaeology, and folklore. Beyond the 7 places already discussed, there are numerous other locations on Earth that remain enigmatic. Here are a few more examples. The Darien Gap is a dense, swampy rainforest region between Panama and Colombia. It is one of the few remaining uncharted territories on Earth, with no roads connecting the North and South American continents through this area. The gap's difficult terrain and dense vegetation have made it nearly impassable for centuries. The Darien Gap is notorious for its dangers, including treacherous landscapes, venomous wildlife, and the presence of armed groups and drug traffickers. These factors have kept the region largely unexplored and unmapped. Adventurers and explorers who attempt to cross the gap face significant risks. Despite its challenges, the Darien Gap is a biodiversity hotspot, home to numerous unique species of flora and fauna. Conservationists are interested in protecting this untouched environment, which provides valuable insights into tropical ecosystems and climate change. Imagine a topographic map showing the Pan American Highway abruptly ending at the northern and southern borders of the Darien Gap, with dense jungle depicted in between. This visual emphasizes the region's inaccessibility and the logistical challenges it presents. The Skeleton Coast in Namibia is a harsh, desolate stretch of coastline where the Namib Desert meets the Atlantic Ocean. Known for its shipwrecks and treacherous conditions, it is one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. The region's name comes from the numerous skeletons of ships and whales found along the coast. The Skeleton Coast is shrouded in mystery, with stories of ghost ships, lost explorers, and hidden treasures. The area remains largely unmapped due to its remote location and challenging environment. These legends add to the allure and intrigue of the region. Despite its harsh conditions, the Skeleton Coast is home to unique wildlife, including desert-adapted elephants and seals. Conservation efforts focus on protecting these species and preserving the natural beauty of the area. The Namib Naukluft National Park, which includes part of the Skeleton Coast, is one of the largest protected areas in Africa. Envision a dramatic photograph of the Skeleton Coast, showing a rusting shipwreck partially buried in sand dunes, with the vast, empty desert stretching into the horizon. This image captures the region's stark beauty and sense of isolation. The Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench is the deepest part of the world's oceans, located in the western Pacific Ocean. It reaches a maximum known depth of about 11,000 meters, or about 36,070 feet, at the Challenger Deep. The trench is a tectonic boundary where the Pacific Plate is subducting beneath the smaller Mariana Plate. The extreme depths of the Mariana Trench have made it one of the least explored places on Earth. Only a few manned and unmanned missions have successfully reached the bottom. These expeditions have discovered unique life forms adapted to the high-pressure, dark environment, expanding our understanding of biological diversity and extremophiles. Exploring the Mariana Trench requires advanced technology, including deep-sea submersibles and remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs. The intense pressure at such depths poses significant challenges for equipment and human explorers, making each expedition a major scientific and engineering feat. Imagine a diagram of the oceanic layers, with the Mariana Trench depicted as a deep chasm plunging into the Earth's crust. This visual helps illustrate the trench's immense depth compared to the rest of the ocean. The Amazon rainforest's uncontacted tribes. The Amazon rainforest is one of the most biodiverse regions on Earth, spanning several South American countries. Within its dense canopy, numerous uncontacted tribes live in isolation, untouched by modern civilization. These tribes have remained hidden due to the impenetrable nature of the rainforest and their deliberate avoidance of contact with outsiders. The existence of uncontacted tribes raises important ethical considerations. These groups have the right to remain isolated and preserve their traditional ways of life. Contact with the outside world can bring diseases and cultural disruption. Anthropologists and human rights organizations advocate for the protection of these tribes and their territories. Mapping the territories of uncontacted tribes is challenging due to the dense rainforest and the tribes' mobility. Conservation efforts focus on protecting large swathes of the Amazon to ensure these tribes can continue their traditional lifestyles without interference. Satellite imagery and remote sensing technologies aid in monitoring these areas. Visualize a satellite image of the Amazon rainforest, highlighting the vast unbroken canopy and the few clearings that mark human settlements. This image underscores the difficulty of locating and mapping uncontacted tribes in such a dense environment. The Antarctic Ice Sheet. Antarctica is the coldest, driest, and windiest continent, covered almost entirely by ice. The Antarctic Ice Sheet holds about 60% of the world's fresh water and is a critical component of the global climate system. Despite extensive scientific research, much of Antarctica remains unexplored and unmapped due to its extreme conditions. Scientific expeditions to Antarctica focus on understanding the continent's ice dynamics, climate history, and unique ecosystems. The discovery of subglacial lakes, like Lake Vostok, has opened new avenues for research into extremophiles and ancient climate records. Remote sensing technologies and ice-penetrating radar have revolutionized our ability to map and study this frozen continent. Antarctica's harsh environment poses significant challenges for exploration and research. The Antarctic Treaty System, which regulates international cooperation and protects the continent's environment, adds a layer of geopolitical complexity. Ensuring the preservation of this pristine environment while facilitating scientific research is a delicate balance. Imagine a satellite image of Antarctica, showing the vast ice sheet with marked locations of research stations and significant geographic features like the transantarctic mountains and subglacial lakes. This visual helps convey the scale and remoteness of the continent. Conclusion. The Earth is vast and full of mysteries, with numerous places still hidden, unmapped, or not fully understood. From mythical islands like Sandy Island to the deepest parts of the oceans like the Mariana Trench, these locations challenge our understanding and push the boundaries of exploration. Advances in technology and scientific research continue to uncover new insights into these enigmatic places, revealing the complexity and diversity of our planet. The exploration of hidden and unmapped places is not just about filling in the blanks on our maps. It is about understanding the unknown and appreciating the mysteries that still exist in our world. These places hold ecological, cultural, historical, and scientific significance, providing valuable lessons and insights. As we continue to explore and discover, we must also strive to protect and preserve these unique environments for future generations.